Welcome to Lesson 9 in Module 3, Leveraging the Facebook Toolset, talking today about testing your ads and scaling your ads. These are two of the most important skills to master so that you can really maximize the ROI on your ad investment. First of all, let's start with an overview of what we're doing today, testing and scaling Facebook ads. First of all, the purpose of testing is to save money. Sometimes when I'm coaching newer Facebook advertisers, people will ask me, is it really necessary to go through all the work? Can't we just try it and see if it works and then go back to testing if it doesn't work? I want you to know right up front, I'm not doing this to cause unneeded work for us. What I'm really trying to get at is to try to save us money. If we can learn what works and what doesn't work up front, now going forward, all we're spending money on is stuff that's proven to work. And once we have that proof of concept and we know what's working, that brings us to scaling. The purpose of scaling is to maximize our ROI. So throughout the testing process, we'll learn what doesn't work and what does work. When we move to the scaling stage, we're going to take only our winners and then we're going to spend only money on stuff that we know is giving us good ROI. So we're going to cover the testing process. I'll show you what to test. I'm going to show you how to test it. Then we'll move on to the scaling process. Once you've found the losers and the winners, you're going to kill your losers and you're going to scale up your winners. How are we going to scale them? We're going to look at how to do it, the do's, and we're also going to look at how not to do it, the don'ts. So let's jump right in and look at testing. Here's what I call the anatomy testing process. First of all, you're going to focus on only one audience per test. Just because what we do with our images and our copy works for one particular audience doesn't mean that's going to resonate with another audience. So everything we're going to talk about is per audience. So the things that you're going to want to test are your images, your copy, your device type, and your audience. I'm going to give you an exact blueprint to follow for every single one of these, but just know that everything you test on image, copy, and device type is on a per audience basis. So you're going to start with one piece of ad copy. You're going to choose multiple images for that ad copy, and you're going to choose multiple different device types. Each of them, of course, in their own separate ad set with one ad per ad set. You're going to isolate all your variables with the 1-to-1-to-1 method, of course, which I just mentioned. One image per ad, one ad per ad set. So that's a basic list of rules you can follow, but what I want to do is create this little infographic to really show it visually what this is going to look like. This is the anatomy testing process. So here's a little legend to help us keep things straight. First of all, we've got our mobile ads in yellow, our desktop ads in green, and finally our audience is represented in blue. Again, one audience per testing process. So in the middle, we've got our audience. Now the first test we're going to do is we're going to have copy one with image one, of course, in a mobile ad. But we don't know if that image is going to work. So now we're also going to have copy one with a second image with image two. Now, if we do want to test multiple copies, we'll roll out copy two with image two and also copy two with image one. So by doing it this way, we're testing two different groups of copy, two different groups of images, all on the mobile platform. But we also need to test our placement, so we're going to roll out some desktop ads as well. So we'll pretty much duplicate the entire process. Copy one with image one on desktop, copy one with a second image on desktop, copy two with image two on desktop, and finally copy two with image one on desktop. I showed you how to duplicate and swap out images inside a Power Editor. This might seem like a lot of work up front, but once you get your head around Power Editor, creating all of these different ads once you've written your copy should only take a couple of minutes. After running this test, you'll know exactly what image, copy, and placement works best for this audience that you're testing. The advantage to you is you're going to not spend any money on stuff that doesn't work, and you can pour 100% of your effort and budget only into the ads, placements, and images that really are giving you a high ROI. And of course, you don't have to test multiple copies. In fact, if you had one copy that was working okay, or you tested it just one time, you could eliminate anything that has copy 2 on here, and that would cut this down rather than 8 different ad sets, only down to 4. Now I've saved this page as an infographic and attached it to the lesson notes below as an image. So if you want a blueprint to follow while you're building your ads, go ahead and print that thing off and use that inside Power Editor when you're building your ads out. Now that we have an understanding of the basic format we're going to follow, we need to understand some rules of thumbs for the testing process. What are you going to do once you launch these test ads? First of all, you need to wait. You need to be patient, wait at least 24 to 36 hours before drawing any conclusions. It will take Facebook a little while to understand how to optimize your ads for your audience, and they're not going to start delivering right away. If you press start and start your ads immediately after you build them, it's going to go through a review process, then it'll take a little while before they get delivered. So I recommend waiting a full 24 to 36 hours before drawing any conclusions on how your ad is performing. After you've waited 24 hours, you're going to look at your key performance indicators, things like your click-through rate, your cost per lead, your cost per conversion, and identify your winners and your losers. It's going to be very evident to you which ones are pulling well and which ones aren't pulling well. But you need to rely on the data. Don't go on instinct, because a lot of times the things that we think are going to work really well aren't going to work as well as something that's a little bit outside the box. So look at your key performance indicators and trust the data. After you've looked at your KPIs, you'll be able to quickly identify what's working and what's not working. You're going to kill your losers and just turn off all ad sets and ads that aren't performing. Now that we've eliminated our losers, our budget has shrunk significantly. So the next step, of course, is scaling up your winners. So we're going to talk the rest of this lesson all about scaling your winning ads. So this is the anatomy scaling process that I'm going to outline for you below. You've identified your winners. Now you need to adjust your budget. However, you need to make sure you do it in a very deliberate fashion. Only increase your budget by 5% of your daily spend per ad set every 24 hours. Bumping up your budget too rapidly could totally throw off the Facebook algorithm and mess up all of your key performance indicators. The last thing you want to do after you've spent the time and energy and money to test these ads is to do something that's going to screw up all of your hard work. Unfortunately, the way the Facebook algorithm works, if you take an ad set with a $20 budget and bump it up to $100 per day, you could totally mess things up. So the first thing you're going to do is increase your budget at 5% per day. That means you can go up 5%, wait 24 hours, go up 5% again. Now, depending on your time frame and your budget, going up by 5% per day may not be enough, so there is a way to scale faster. If you can't reach your desired level of spend fast enough by just 5% daily increases, duplicate your ad sets and relaunch it identically to double your budget in a single step. And you can do this consecutively, so long as each ad set's daily budget remains the same. So let's just say we run all of our test ads at $20 per day. We've gone up by 5%, we've gone up by 5%, but now we want to scale faster. Rather than cranking that budget up to double our ad spend, all we have to do is go into Power Editor, find the winner, duplicate it, and relaunch it as a brand new ad set with that winning ad inside of it, and we can essentially double our budget with a single click. Anytime you duplicate your ad set, always treat it like a test and make sure you monitor your key performance indicators for 24 to 36 hours after duplicating that ad set. Finally, editing. If you need to make changes to your ad, this includes images, copy, the destination page, pretty much anything, always duplicate it and relaunch it. So if you notice a typo in your ad, or if you're spending too much money, or if you want to swap out another image, don't simply go in there and make changes to a live ad. Never change a live ad except for a 5% increase in daily budget. If anything needs to change inside of that ad, simply go in, duplicate the ad set, and relaunch it. And one thing that can be a negative when you're duplicating your ad sets is that you're throwing away all of the social proof that you worked really hard to get. I want to encourage you not to throw away your valuable social proof. Ordinarily, every time you duplicate an ad set, you start all over again with no social engagement, no social proof, no likes, no shares, no comments. But did you know that there's a ninja trick that allows you to bring this social proof into your duplicated ad immediately? This is something that can be a huge benefit to you if all you're trying to do is scale up your budget. You don't need to make changes to your ad. So what I want to do is share with you live a ninja demo. In the ninja demo, I'm going to show you how you can basically steal all the social proof from one ad, and when you duplicate an identical ad set, bring all that social proof along with it. Alright, so as you can see, we're inside of Ads Manager and I've clicked on a preview to show you the ad that we're going to duplicate. This ad has 17 likes or reactions, it has 1 comment and 1 share for a total of 19 different interactions. Now one thing to know is that the ad ID that we're looking to copy is not the one that you're going to see at this level. You can see the ad ID appears right here. Facebook will actually create a post ID based on your ad ID, so this is not the one you want to copy. In order to get the ad ID that you want, you need to go into the Page Post Manager inside of Facebook. So if you click on your hamburger icon, under this Create and Manage tab, you'll see this Page Post button. Now I've already selected it and I've typed in the keyword text that my ad contains. So I've already seen all my San Antonio ads here. It's pretty easy to spot the one with the good reactions. We can see it right here. This is the ad ID that you want to copy. Now, when you click on this, it is going to open up a more detailed view that shows you some information about your reactions. We're actually just going to copy this ID and go back into Power Editor with it. So at the ad set level, you can copy one of your existing ad sets. That way you don't have to rebuild the entire thing. And of course, we'll keep it inside of the same campaign. Now it's important to know that you can make changes at the ad set level. So if you want to change your budget, your placement, your targeting, you can do that, but you won't be able to change anything at the ad level. So make all your changes here and then go down and look at it at the ad level. I'll go ahead and apply the filter so it's easy to find it and then click down here to the ad level. Now this ad's already selected. All you need to do is click your edit button and Facebook will give you 2 options. Up until this point, we've always looked at creating new ads. We're going to click on this other option here that says use existing posts. Now, when you click on this drop down, it's going to show you all the organic posts on that page that you could use if you wanted to. We're actually going to say enter post ID, and we're going to copy that number that we found on the other screen and click submit. And once it loads, you'll see a preview of the ad over here with all of the positive social proof that you had. This means that on day one, when I launch this brand new ad, I'm going to benefit from all of that positive social interaction and social proof, even though this ad is brand new and it's just started. The other thing that's great about it is that now I've got two different ads that have the same post ID, which means that when somebody clicks like, comment, or share on either one of them, both are going to benefit from that positive social proof. So I hope this has helped you. This is something that can really help you scale up your ads. Rather than duplicating your ads and starting all over again with social proof, leverage all of that valuable social proof that you've paid Facebook to give you. And in the process, you'll also benefit from a better CPM because, as we know, our cost per thousand impressions is impacted by our positive social interaction. Well, I hope this demonstration on testing and scaling your ads has been really helpful to you. Be sure to look at the lesson notes below and download our diagram that shows us how to test our ads, and you'll be well on your way to producing some really high converting Facebook ads.